Okay, one heavy weight and a chair, and I think that's all you need. You can grab a mat if you want to, but you don't necessarily have to. And we're gonna start standing today. So, grab your dumbbell. Like I said, something kind of heavy if you've got it. Our legs are really wide. One hand's gonna be on the waist. We're just gonna come down, exhale it up. Darn it, I blend in with the wall behind me a lot. You should be able to tell what I'm doing today though. It should all work out. Exhale up, inhale down, exhale up. So with this hand on your waist, every time you come up, you should feel those abdominals squeezing. So when I come up, instead of just stopping right here, I kind of lean over to the side just a little bit, just so I can get a big squeeze through the side of my waist. Inhale down, exhale up. Really pull the belly in because I don't want you to use any of your back for this. It's all through here. 2 more times, everybody. Last one. And same thing, other side. Ready? Down and up. If you wanted to, I'm kind of coming up on my toe a little bit every time I come down. It just lets me sort of stretch down my leg a little bit more. It's Friday Eve. Are we excited? Not that I'm doing anything exciting this weekend, but it's still nice to be close to Friday, isn't it? That'll never get old. Give me 3 more times. 3, 2, last one. Awesome. So let's put this weight back in our right hand, okay? So I'm gonna put my left hand on the chair, okay? And I'm stepping back with my right leg. So I'm just kind of supporting myself on the chair. I'm just gonna take the weight and we're just gonna bring it right up to our hip and down, okay? Sometimes just having something to support yourself on helps a lot, okay? Because sometimes when we put our hand on our leg, we end up just kind of dumping our weight into our leg, right? And if you have your hand on that chair, you'll feel it a little bit more focused in the back, okay? So right up to that hip, right up to here, and you're kind of stretching it out long, okay? A lot of people make the mistake where their arm comes down and they just bring it up kind of like towards their chest. But like I said, reach it long, bring it right up, like you're starting a lawnmower. That's what I always say. Keep the belly pulled in too. You're using your core muscles, even though it's not like a traditional crunch. You're still using those bellies. How about one more time, everybody? And set that weight down. Let's just go over to the other side. So I'm gonna grab that weight in my left hand. I'm gonna turn the chair just because I feel like I'm ignoring you if I don't. And then left leg steps back, flatten that back. Very important that you flatten the back and up to the hip, okay? Keep it pretty close to your body too. Don't let it go all wonky out to the side. Exhale as you bring it up. Maybe inhale as you reach it out. About 3 more times. After that last one, let's go ahead and come onto our backs. I'm gonna move this out of the way. We will come back to the chair, so don't get rid of it entirely. So come on down, you're gonna take that weight, you're just gonna use the weight as an anchor to keep your chest onto the floor, okay? So bringing that weight up right above the chest, legs are gonna come up. You can lift up the head, neck, and shoulders if you want to, and we're just gonna do basic leg walks. All right, if your back is not happy about leg walks, then maybe you just tap the heel, exhale it in, tap the heel, exhale it in. Okay, so whichever one makes you happier. Remember, keep that weight right above the chest, not above the face. Push that middle back to the ground, whether your head is lifted or on the floor. So wherever you are with this, how about one more time each side? Okay. Then we're gonna put those feet on the ground, bend the knees. Okay. So put the back of the head on the ground, really push the belly into the floor. We're gonna bring the weight back. We're just gonna sweep it up. So I'm not bending at my elbows. I'm not doing anything for my triceps. My arms stay straight. Push the back down. Don't let it arch. Exhale it up. So every time you exhale it up, think about really tightening the belly. Push that belly into the floor as much as you can every time you lift. Comes right above the chest before it comes back down, okay? Inhale back. Don't let it touch the ground, just those biceps outside the temples. How about 3 more times? One more time, everybody. Push that belly down. And let's roll on up. So we're gonna do all of that one more time through before we move on to the next stuff, okay? So come on up. Obviously, grab water whenever you want to. Okay, I'm gonna start with the weight in my right hand. Big wide legs. Ready? Here we go. Down to the side, exhale it up. Exhale up. Maybe 4 more times. Sure you can. Keep that back tall, especially when you come up. Last 2. And last one. Nice. Switch out the arms. Big deep breath. Ready? You're gonna feel these muscles working. Ready? Down to the side and up. Inhale down. Can you even reach it down maybe a little bit farther? Just to really stretch here before you contract. Okay, this one's easy to cheat on too if you're not pulling everything in. Ready for your last 3. If you hate this, you don't have to do any more after these 3. Last one, everybody. And relax it. Good, so I'm gonna move my chair. You know what, I'm just gonna start on the left side this time. Less moving of the chair. So, look at both sides. It doesn't really matter which one you start with. So, left leg is back, right knee is bent, back is flat, and bring it up right to that hip. Try to look down towards the floor. Try not to turn and look towards me like this. You wanna keep the shoulders square to the floor. do 2 more. Last one, everybody. And bring it down. Other side, like I said, you don't have to move. If you've got a chair, you don't have to move it. I'm just being picky. Left hand on the chair, right leg back. Ready? Belly is in and up to the hips. So I told some of you before the rest of you got on that I ran into Kate back yesterday. I don't know if any of you guys remember Kate, like the sweetest human in the world. She used to work at RCI. She left about three and a half years ago. She just left, I think, to go hang out with her kids a little bit more, but it was so fun. And then her kids were playing together. It was really fun to see her. Last 3, everybody. Squeeze. And one more time. And we're gonna move that chair out of the way. We will come back to it though, so don't get rid of it forever. So same thing, you remember this. We're holding the weight above our chest like an anchor, and we're just doing the basic leg walks. Bending the knees if your back doesn't like it. Lifting up the head, neck, and shoulders if you want more challenge. Reach it up. You guys ready? And go. If you're feeling crazy and if you can keep your back on the floor without lifting, you could always take both legs down and both legs up. But only if you can keep that back glued into the floor. Not even the tiniest little lift. Should feel like somebody is standing on your tummy the whole time. So how about 4 more? Either 4 more with both legs or 2 more each side. So once you finish with 4 more total, if you remember, you're just gonna put your feet down on the ground. Arms will stay straight, no bending at the elbows. Back is pushed down, ready? Inhale, the biceps are outside the head. Exhale, push the belly into the floor. The weight comes right above that chest. Inhale back, exhale up. So give me 3 more times. One more time. After you're done with that one, I'm just gonna have you bend those elbows, bring that weight to the ground, and you're gonna stretch it out long. So fingertips to toes, big reach. And roll yourself up. We're gonna come onto our tummies. Okay. Also, if you were to ever email me, I don't know if you guys have inflated balls at your disposal or at your house. You can always work those into the class too. So if you have one, let me know. I can always add that in there too. I need like a snapshot of what everybody has at home so I know what to use. So we're gonna reach the arms forward, thumbs are up towards the sky, okay? Toes, shoelaces are on the ground. We're gonna look down towards the floor, lift it up and hold. So every time you take a deep breath, you should feel yourself lifting up just because your belly is pushing into the floor. So keep those arms out. Still breathing into the belly. Don't breathe into the shoulders so that your shoulders scrunch up. You want to breathe into the belly. Hold. So let's keep the arms where they are. Let's put the tops of the feet on the ground. Let's turn the palms so they're facing the ground. Okay, and it's going to be like reclining. Reach one elbow back. The other hand comes forward. And then other side. Tiptoes are on the floor. Reach. Like you're climbing up a ladder, but only by using your arms, not your legs. Look down. Draw that elbow in really tight every time you reach forward with the other arm, okay? Try not to brush the floor with your arms either. Keep a little bit of a float in that arm so that it doesn't rub onto the floor. How about one more time each side? And then hands to the floor. Press it up, hold the hips back to the heels, stretch out the back. We're gonna walk our hands over to one side just to stretch the back a little bit more. And then over to the other side. We're gonna do that again. So back down onto your tummy. We're gonna go through the same things we just did. So you're on the ground. Palms are gonna start off facing each other. You're gonna squeeze the little buns. Knees are gonna float up. Hands are gonna reach forward, look down at the ground, hold. Again, every time you breathe, you should feel like everything is lifting, everything is coming down. Let's bring those toes to the ground. Let's turn the palms so they're facing your ladder. Okay, reach it back. Reach it up. So I'm kind of tilting a little bit. I don't know if you can tell. I'm sort of, keep on going. As I'm on the ground, it's almost like I'm kind of tilting to one side, tilting to the other side, okay? If that's too much movement for your back, you can just hold this above the ground so your hands are floating above the ground, okay? About 10 more seconds. Whichever way you're doing it, 10 more seconds, either like this or with your little climb. About one more each side. And then bring the hands down, press the chest up, and pull the hips back. Let's come onto our elbows, okay? So you're on your elbows and toes. If that's not gonna work for you, you can always be on your elbows and just step the knees back so that your hips are pretty close to the ground, okay? You're just not gonna be like this. All right, so you pick knees on the floor or just an elbow plank. We're gonna bring those feet together so they're touching, and we're gonna tap one hip to the ground, lift it up, other hip, lift it up. I feel like I'm always adjusting my feet in this one because they keep sliding away, especially if you're on carpet or if you have on socks. And it doesn't have to touch the ground. You're just kind of tilting the hips in one direction, tilting them in the other direction. And down to the center. Stretch it out long, fingertips to toes. Big deep breath. And then slide the elbows in. We get to do it again. Then we're gonna flip over. It'll be nice. It'll be a nice little break from being on your bellies. So toes underneath the heels. Let's lift on up to our elbow plank or knees to the ground, just like before. Okay, are you ready? And go. Hip tap. One more each side. And then come on down. Stretch everything long. That should have been somewhat hard. I hope so. Let's come on back up. Maybe just stop on the way up for a quick little child's pose stretch for your back. And then all the way up. So let's go ahead and flip on over to our booties. Take that weight with you. Okay, what I'm gonna show you, you can always ditch the weight if you want to, but it's there if you want it, okay? So I want you to hold that weight by both heads of the dumbbell. It's like this, okay? So we're gonna start it right here. See how my elbows are bent? We're gonna roll down really slow, okay? My elbows are still bent. Exhale, and then we're gonna lift it up. And it's not way back here, it's just a little bit forward, Can you tell, even though everything behind me is gray, including my shirt? One of these days I'll learn. Reach it up. Keep those elbows in. Don't let the elbows kind of fly out to the left and the right. Roll it back. Roll it up. Keep on going. If you don't like the weight, you can just do this without the weight. Rolling it back. Rolling it up and reaching up high. Okay, that's always an option. Maybe 2 more times, weight or no weight. Last one. And then bring that weight down. So, second thing we're gonna do over here. Again, if you wanna take the weight with you, great. If it feels like it's too much, don't do it. Okay. So we're gonna have this weight. We're gonna sit up really tall. We're just taking it down right to our hip. See how it's like right there? It's like I'm touching my pocket. Exhale, bring it up, over to the side. Okay, so really slow. Couple things that are important. Your back is super tall, especially as you come through the center. Up, and you twist as much as you want to. All right, if your twist is super tiny, that's okay. If you're super twisty and your twist is way over here, that's fine too. Think about maybe inhaling when that weight touches your pocket. And bring that weight down. Nice, everybody. Keep it close by, though. We're just going to come all the way down, stretch it long. Big deep breath. Okay. And rolling up. Grab that weight again. We're going to do everything again. 2 rounds of everything today. So you're holding that weight again by the heads of the dumbbell. Okay. Elbows are close together. They're going to stay like this. They're not going to come out crazy. They're going to stay like this. Okay? Ready? Feel free to opt out of the weight. Inhale back, exhale up. You probably knew that though, didn't you? 3 more times, everybody. After that last one, bring that weight down. Remember the second exercise too. If you're not feeling the weight, don't use it. Get that weight, ready? A little twist, tap the hip. Exhale, pull that belly in. Really tall. Once more to the right, once more to the left. And set that weight down just like we did before. A big stretch, long, fingertips to toes. And then we're going to be done with our weight. I'm just going to have you bring the knees in. My legs are getting hot. I did not dress appropriately. We're going to bring our hands behind our head. Okay, let's bring both legs up. 2 options here, guys. So the right leg, you need to just come to the floor, okay? Or if your back can stay pushed down onto the ground, maybe your leg just comes out long and floats. Another option, just take that heel all the way down, okay? So we're just gonna be twisting right elbow to left knee. So however you wanna do it with that other leg. We're gonna do 4 crossovers. So 4 crossovers, okay? Then we're gonna do 4 switches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 crossovers. And then 4 times we switch. Okay, 4, 3, 2. Let's do it one more time. Cross over. Try to squeeze these legs together if your leg is floating, okay? Squeeze the inner thighs together. After that last one, 4 switches. So 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll hug the knees into the chest. Big deep breath. Maybe even a little roll back and forth. You're feeling like you need a little extra break, okay? So same thing other side. Legs are gonna come up, option, left foot to the floor, left foot floats, left heel on the ground. Ready? Over. 2. After this one, you know what's coming next. Ready? Push that belly down. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4 times over. Squeeze those inner thighs together, even if that heel is on the ground. 4 times we switch legs. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go for one more round. Over. 3, 2, and last one. And 4 more switches, everybody. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's bring everything long. We're not quite done. We're almost done now. Heels are together. So heels are touching. Hands behind the head. You know I like these. Okay, squeeze the inner thighs together. Exhale up. Can you give me 4 more times just like this? Squeeze those inner thighs together. 4, 3, 2, 1. Then I'm going to have you bend the knees. You're going to roll yourself up to seated. We're going to do a reverse bridge for our back. So fingertips are going to face the booty. Okay, walk those heels in. We're going to lift it up. Maybe the head looks forward. Maybe the head drops back. Hold. Push the heels into the ground. Push the heels of the hands into the ground too. Take a deep breath. Maybe push the heels in a little bit more. Lift up and bring it down. We're going to do that same thing again, okay? So legs are going to come out long. Hands behind the head. Ready? Squeeze the inner thighs together. 2, 3, 4. Last 4. Last one. And bend the knees. Roll yourself up. We're going to come into that bridge again. Fingertips face the booty. Ready? And we're going to lift. Hold. If you feel like it's really easy, take the back of the head and just kind of scooch it back towards the wall behind you. Okay? Lift, almost like there's a fire underneath your back, and you're lifting up a little bit more. Hold. And set the buns down. Crisscross the legs, and we're just going to roll forward over those legs. We've got about a minute to stretch, and then you'll be free. Big inhales and exhales. And come on up. So let's take our left hand outside of our right knee. We're just going to open up our right arm. But just don't scrunch it up by your neck. It's down here. Other side. Open up that arm. Big deep breaths while you're twisting. Shoulders down. And back to the center. So let's bring the legs out. Okay, another little twist. Left hand outside of that right leg. We're going to put that hand behind us and we're just twisting. We did a lot of oblique stuff today, so just to stretch those guys out a little bit. And another side. And then come back to the center. Maybe hands behind the knees. We're just going to round back, almost like your hands are here. And I came around behind you and I'm pulling you backwards, okay? So chin comes down, rounding that back. And then come on up, shake it out. Excellent job. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic Thursday, and we'll see all of you later. Thanks, everybody.